Woo-wee! Yabba dabba doo. Hey folks, it's Saturday night here. And not much really happened for the week as far as I didn't get any stage time, but still talk about some stuff. After all, it is a podcast. What's the point doing it, you jerks? How's that for an intro? So, pretty much, Tuesday was a weird night for me. Tuesday, I did have to go to Target to get some stuff, get some none of your business. And I kind of had a tummy ache. Oh, so I went to Target near me. I got some stuff. It was pretty bad outside. It was cold. I think it wasn't like an ice storm, but it was a little slippery out. Not crazy or anything. And I wanted to get something to eat afterwards. And I was like, maybe I'll go to Panda Express. But it was packed. So I didn't know really what to eat. I was like, should I get pizza? Should I go to Popeyes? I was like, I'll go to Chipotle. And I already went to Chipotle the night before. I went to Chipotle Monday and Thursday after I did my gym thing. I'm still doing that twice a week. So pretty much, I went to a further Chipotle. Not much further. I'm tired of looking at the same people at my local Chipotle. So I went to a little further. Well, it's only like 5 minutes further away, my drive. I went there, ate my Chipotle bowl. And man, I don't want to turn this into a poop show. I know we did a poop show last week, but whoo, I just made it back to Target. And man, we'll save that for the next poop show, put it that way. So that was pretty much Tuesday night. I got home around 8:30, and on Twitch, every Tuesday and Thursday, on the Sip Chat Play Twitch channel, 8:30 Eastern Time, Dr. Laz and Rockstar go live. They play games and stuff with people. So I hung out with them for like an hour. Played some games. It was pretty fun. And that was that. Wednesday night, same old, same old. I didn't know where else to go. I got nowhere else to go. I wanted to do some comedy. I got new jokes. You guys remember last week I didn't get on stage at all. So I was like, I'll go to the Royal. Where else am I going to go? So I called Dan Wolf. He said, are you going? I said, yeah, I'm definitely going. He said, all right, I'll go. So there was hardly anybody there. There was only like a couple people there. We both grabbed a number on the table. It's a lottery system that fucks you up the ass. And pretty much they called his number after a while. He went on number 6. There was only like maybe 10 acts altogether, which wasn't bad. About half as they usually get. And they didn't call my number at all. So I didn't bother to sign up because I would have been number 9. Now, number 9 is not a terrible spot. I would have went on around 9:30, 9:45. I said, the time I get on, no one's going to be in the room. It's bad enough there's nobody here. So I told the host, I'm not going to go on tonight. He's like, no. I said, no, I'm not mad. I'm just going to watch the show. That's the second week in a row that happened. Now, that's my fault. I could have signed up, but I chose not to. So I watched the show, and Dan Wolf did pretty good for, what was in the room. There was this guy who went on before him. He had a mullet, rock and roll looking guy. Oh, he was a middle-aged guy wearing these tight rock and roll pants. Totally see his bulge of his balls. Not that I was looking. And he did this really loud act where he didn't play an instrument, but he had to play stuff off his phone. They plugged it to his phone, and it was so loud. Everyone's covering their ears, and he's like doing like this pose around and dance on stage. And Dan Wolf had to follow that, but he made it funny. So Dan Wolf, I thought, had a good set. I stayed for the whole show. It ended around 10, and I went to McDonald's, and I got 2 double cheeseburgers, 2 McDoubles, and a Diet Coke, and it was delicious. I actually ate it while I was driving. That's a professional way to do it. So that was Wednesday. I didn't get stage time for the second week in a row. As far as next week goes, I don't know where else I'm going to go. But listen, I don't know what to tell you. All the places that are close I don't want to go to. Then there are places that are close to me, like down in the city. They go late. And then there's other places that are too fucking far. And I don't want to drive my car. Folks, it's not easy to get stage time these days as a shitty open mic comedian. So that was pretty much Wednesday. Friday night, last night, I did some, what's it called, where you pick up orders. I did food deliveries for one of those apps. Yeah, so pretty much I need some money for the holidays. I've been applying for jobs. I applied at Target, a couple other places. No one hired me. So I decided, fuck it, I'm going to try one of these apps. So I download one. I got to a mall about a couple minutes from my house, and I put it on, and it took me to my first deliveries at McDonald's. So I go to McDonald's. It was only 5 minutes away. I pick up the bag. It took about 10 minutes. It was packed. And the person was only about 7 minutes away. So the hardest part about the job for me, because I'm stupid, is to find the person's house. Because, most people don't have their address on their door. You can't even see the numbers. And it's dark outside. So I'm walking back and forth like an asshole. I finally find the place. And the woman had a Ring camera. And she's like, just leave it on the doorstep. Here's the PIN number. And they give you a PIN number. And I'm like, oh, okay. Or you take a picture, one or the other. So I did about 7 orders in about 2.5 hours. I only did it for about 2.5, 3 hours. I only made about $43. If you average that out, I made about $14 an hour, maybe 15. If I could have kept going. And I stopped because, I got tired and I didn't eat anything. I was getting lightheaded. But pretty much, it's not the best way to make money. You got to wear and tear your car. You guys know my hoopty's been wearing and tearing enough. So one of the things that sucked about the app is you have to look at the mileage. So I got an order. I went to this cheesesteak place near my house. And a lot of the orders were close to my house. I will say that. A lot of the orders were like the KFC near my house, the McDonald's near my house. They let you drive in your area, if you want to. So everything is going good. Most people are 5-10 minutes away. And so I go to this cheesesteak place. I pick up an order. I drive about 5 or 10 minutes. I drop it off. And then the cheesesteak place has another order. Same place. So I go back and pick it up. This place is 15 minutes away. I'm like, 15 minutes? Where is this at? So I look at the address. It says Medford. I'm like, Medford? I know that street is because when I take the back roads to go to Chili's, I pass by that street. I'm like, who the fuck ordered the cheesesteak from all the way up here? So it took me on the highway. Now, I should have even got on the highway. I should have fucking took the longer way because, no one's going to tip you. Nobody tips, by the way. Which is not a surprise. I knew that going in. I watch videos of people snapping at people. No one wants to tip anybody. People order off these apps. They don't want to get up their fat, lazy ass. But, they don't want to tip anybody. That's America for you. What are you going to do? So I drove on the highway. I drove on 95 for not long, only for like 5 minutes. And I'm like, I'm on the fucking highway. Deliver a cheesesteak to some fat fucking moolie who doesn't want to get off his ass. So I dropped the cheesesteak on the steps. I take a picture. And that was it. I turned the app off. I went to McDonald's. I got me, again, I didn't realize I went to McDonald's twice this week. So weird I'm eating McDonald's all of a sudden. I went to McDonald's last night. I got a double quarter pounder with cheese meal. At first it wasn't that bad. Then all these kids came in. And the guy gave me the wrong order. He gave me a double cheeseburger. I was like, dude, I ordered a double quarter pounder. He goes, oh, sorry. And that double quarter pounder was smaller than my wiener. And as you guys know, that's pretty small. So that was last night. Then tonight, same thing. I left out a little earlier. Usually on Saturday, you guys know, I usually go to the beer store. I get a beer. I do a review. Or I go to parks. I go to the casino or something. Tonight, I was like, I'm going to do some more deliveries. So I didn't wait till the mall this time. I turned the app right on. It took me to this weird, it took me to this pizza place. First, it took me to this, I don't know what it was, Indian place or something. I picked up an order there. Then there was like, oh, there's another order in your route. They made me take it. I didn't want to take it. I go to this pizza place, and they were mad at me because I took one of their deliveries. The guys there, and I'm looking at them like, well, first of all, it's not my fault. I didn't even want to do this. Second of all, why don't you assholes do it? Like, why does your company, why does your pizza place accept DoorDash? And I figured it out. The reason why some of these pizza places, even though they have delivery drivers, even though they still do it, the reason why they do it is because they, they don't want to drive too far, So I drove, I did a bunch of orders. The last order I just did, everything was going well. I went to Pizza Hut. The order wasn't ready. It took 15 minutes. There was only one kid in there doing all the work. Everybody else was sitting on their ass. So I get the pizza. It's a pizza, 3 little boxes of wings, and some garlic bread thing. And I get to the address. I actually dropped the wings. I got lucky. The wings didn't pop out of the box. And then I put it on the guy's doorstep, and I hit continue. They won't let me take the picture. I'm hitting the button. I'm like, it won't work. And I told the guy, okay, well, I don't know what to tell you. I guess they'll call you. And I left. I didn't know if I got paid for that. They probably even paid me for it. I wouldn't be surprised if they ripped me off. She calls me, and it's like this Indian guy. And I can't even hear what the fuck he's saying. He's like, I'm like, yeah, blah, blah, blah. I'm like, I didn't know what to say. So anyways, I'm at Target right now. I usually go to. I just got back from Wawa. I was hungry, lightheaded. I didn't eat dinner. I just whipped out a chicken cheese steak, a bag of ranch Doritos, and a Coke Zero. I was so hungry. And the part of me wants to keep going tonight, but I'm like, I really should just go home because it's like, I'm not going to make money doing this shit. I'm already wearing and tearing my car. As far as anything else on the show goes, you guys saw I put up a short the beer review that got about 600 views, which is pretty good for YouTube. Sometimes it'll give me anything. I don't have any shorts for next week, unless I magically get on stage somewhere. And we did a prank call show on Friday. I had some good chuckles in there. I thought it came out pretty good. I've done prank calls in a few weeks. And, yeah, hopefully next week I'll get on stage somewhere. I'm watching Stranger Things still. So at the time of this episode, you hear it, I already finished the season. I think there's only 4 episodes for this season. And I watched this movie called Goon with Sean William Scott. It's a good movie where he's a hockey player who beats up people. He can't really skate. He's kind of like Happy Gilmore. Like when he's on the hockey team, he like kicks people's ass, but he's not really a good player. But it's a good movie. There's a lot of cursing, a lot of jokes. Check it out. It came out in 2011. There's your Jack review. And folks, that's it. If anything else happens, I'll add to it. But this is it. This is the first but yet worst comedy podcast in Philly. It's your favorite podcast show that most people won't listen to. And you're going to hear this, or you're going to hear your least favorite segment, the Odd News. All right, let's get to your least favorite segment. Here comes the Odd News. Trump wax statue gets pulled from Texas Museum after too many people are punching it. That's liberals for you. They claim they're not violent, but that must be a peaceful protest. FBI warns of virtual kidnapping scams using altered social media photos. I guess they were taken away by that. That was okay. Taliban makes 13-year-old execute convicted murderer before a stadium crowd of 80,000. So they executed a 13-year-old in front of 80,000 people. What a great country that is. Let's all move there. I'm kidding. Man who swallowed a stolen Fabergé egg passes it naturally. So it came out of his butthole that way. I don't have a joke for that. I guess he hatched that. He said it's a joke before so many times. Geese attack leaves Texas woman 72 years old with a broken pelvis and a total bleeding. I guess the geese is not good for the gander. IRS to watch OnlyFans content and no tax on tips dispute. Oh, they were forced to watch it with their pants around their ankles. Ancient Roman slaves often ate better than ordinary people. Oh, so slavery wasn't that bad, see? The red-lipped batfish is proof that oceans run on nightmare logic. Bright lips, weird body, zero swimming ability. Tim Watts whines that people keep driving by his house and calling him retarded. I guess he felt challenged by that. China ends a 33-year-old tax exemption on condoms to boost the birth rate. Well, I guess they spurred. I don't know. Listen, you do a podcast, you make up jokes, you see how easy it is. Diamond early wins Microsoft Excel World Championship 2025. Monkey who escaped the Mississippi highway crash has a new permanent home in a New Jersey refuge. That's bananas. I used that joke before. Microsoft drops AI sales targets in half after salespeople missed their quotas. A drunk raccoon was found passed out in a Virginia liquor store. I guess he was hungover from let's see, what else do we have? I think that's it. We got one more news site to go to. And giant purple dinosaur was caught fly tipping on CCTV. New Zealand police recover okay, I read that. A 39-year-old man with a rectal pumpkin seed bizarre from eating raw, unshelled pumpkin seeds. Pretty much, I guess he was carved out of his ass. That was no good. South Carolina man gets an unwanted housemate, a black bear in his crawl space. Lizzo? Alright, leave her alone. She lost weight. Oh, come on. She's on that This is epic. Poems can trick AI into helping you make nuclear weapons. Well, I guess that technique is blowing up. That's the obvious joke. Alright, folks, this podcast will never blow up. That's the end of it. I will see you folks on the next one. You just listened to, and we're out of here. Go freak yourself, Cuffy.